A former rioter from January 6th from Seattle named Taylor Taranto was arrested near the home of former President Barack Obama and his family. He had a van, and in the van were firearms, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, as well as material to make explosives. Thankfully, he was stopped. He didn't make it past any checkpoints, although when he was apprehended by Secret Service, he was running towards the Obama's house. I would run in the opposite direction at that point once you're being pursued by the Secret Service, but he was committed. He was apparently spotted within blocks of the Obama's home. According to law enforcement, he fled, Secret Service chased him. They eventually apprehended him. And yeah, he had parts to make explosives. He had bragged on a live stream about having some sort of detonator, and he had 400 rounds of ammunition, which seems to a rational person to be a lot, but I don't know for the right wing. In any event, it was his online activity, which he was a very big fan of Donald Trump, loved to post, loved to stream. Here's a little bit about how he was tracked down.
Officials say Taylor Taranto made threats on an internet live stream and had an arrest warrant related to the January 6th insurrection.
What happened yesterday was the Capitol Police, seeing some of his live streams showing that he was in Washington, and statements that they interpreted as being threatening to members of Congress, put out a bolo, be on the lookout for this individual if he's seen. The US Secret Service Uniform Division, which is on patrol in the neighborhood where President Obama, former President Obama lives, spots him. They do the stop. His van, which he seems to be living out of, is parked a short distance away. They look in the van, see very concerning things, call the bomb squads. What they have is materials to make Molotov cocktails, bottles, rags, fuel, numerous handguns, one rifle.
So look, at this point, you're gonna wanna try to understand how something this crazy could come so close to happening. We wanna know what we can find out about this individual. Well, his van had the word Patriots win on the side, which is either a statement of fealty to MAGA or he's a fan of the football team, I don't know. In any event, he had been retweeting or retruthing, I suppose, Donald Trump, including a post that Donald Trump had posted that linked to a 2017 opinion piece by Phyllis Schlafly that included details allegedly allowing one to track down where Obama lived. And the individual, or at least a guy with the exact same name as the guy, said got him surrounded as a result of that. So we can't necessarily say from this exactly how committed to Trump he was, but he was a participant on January 6th. He has been evading accountability ever since, and he now had something that he wanted to get done at the Obama's home. But I'm sure the right, who will definitely be covering this tonight on Fox News, will take it seriously.
Yeah, so I don't know why this is not a bigger deal. And I don't often say that. I usually tell you why I think here's the motivation of XYZ. But Barack Obama is beloved by the media, and this is and so is Michelle Obama. And this is a direct threat to their lives. This guy was going to try to kill them, apparently. That's a big deal that a former president is dealing with this situation. And by the way, the other former president is the one who doxed them. Like, this is madness. I don't know why this story, it's getting covered a little bit, but it seems like a giant story to me. And part of the reason why I think it's gigantic, and maybe this is why the press isn't giving it more attention, is because I don't think it's random at all. They say, oh, this random guy, oh, look at that, another potential act of violence against someone on the left. What do you mean random? It happens all the time. The minute there was any kind of physical action by left-wing activists, like with that Riley Gaines or whatever, and they had her trapped in a room. Nobody even touched her, but we went apoplectic. Don't do that. Make sure that she's safe, and we don't take any physical action. But that's the closest anybody gets on the left. The right wing's like, oh yeah, threatened assassination there, broke into Nancy Pelosi's house, smashes her husband's head in with a hammer, shootings, this, that. Guy pulls up with a van filled with bombs and right in front of the White House or the Capitol and the Supreme Court. I mean, on and on and on and on. It's not random. It's called stochastic terrorism, which ironically does mean random. But what it means is that they egg folks on in their audience, and they know a certain percentage of them are lunatics. And they tell them violence is great, guns are awesome. That is why 28% of Republicans in polling say that it might be time for violence. 28%, that's tens of millions of people. So what the right wing has done is they have weaponized their radicals and then sent them out into the world to harm the rest of us. So I think this is a huge story. Thank God the Obamas are safe. And by the way, I don't ever want another right winger talking about doxing. I hate doxing. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't think anyone on the left should do it. But the right wing's like, oh, Trump told him where Obama lives, and then one of our usual radicals, whoops, did he show up with bombs and weapons to murder them? Okay, no, okay, you guys, giant glass of shut up juice for every right winger online complaining about Taylor Lorenz. Once showed like the business address that's public of someone, and I'm pretending to have hurt feelings over it. You guys are liars. You love doxing people. Oh, Brett Kavanaugh. Oh my God, they complain about Brett Kavanaugh in front of his home. They go to murder Obama in front of his own home. I don't hear anything. Right wing, where are you? Are you outraged? Are you looking to pass laws now? Nothing, because you kind of like it. So why don't you admit it?
You know what kind of stood out to me with all of this, and I don't know if you actually mentioned this, John, but the guy noted that the Obama house was near a mosque. It's like, yeah, there are mosques everywhere. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because I tend to forget how easily people can maintain their own bubble of even mental protection, even when they're out in the world, and even when they leave, they're often very insular communities. You know, people who tend to be racist and fearful of people that they perceive to be different from them are often isolated from the people that they've chosen to fear or hate. They don't know them personally. They usually don't have meaningful or regular interactions with them. And the fact that a mosque happened to be nearby shouldn't have been unusual or surprising or even notable, especially not in Washington, D.C. You know, we're all living in this country together. There are all kinds of people and communities living side by side, and most of the time they're not bothering each other. Most people get that. I think the mosque comment speaks volumes as far as how deep this man's ignorance actually goes.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.